All right, we're back, baby. It's spring practice time, day one. There's Big Nico doing his thing. We got to listen to Coach Heupel speak about him too and talk about how he's great as a leader in one-on-one situations, but he's got to get his voice louder throughout the entire team. And that might not necessarily be his style, but it is something that a quarterback kind of has to do. And as we're going through right here, what they're doing is they're just working on their pocket presence. You always have arms and stuff swinging at you back there in the pocket. And there's the freshman, Jake Merklinger. He looks good. He actually almost physically looks college ready. Something else that I didn't touch on with Nico is that he does look like he's, visibly thicker. So the weight program has done wonders. But yeah, Nico, I just think he has to be who he is and lead the way that he likes to lead, or, lead the way that he can lead. And you're seeing that the ball gets swiped out right there. I like that we're getting some good looks from these coaches. It's important, man. Like, you got to get these guys good looks so that we're ready come football season. And this kind of stuff is going to happen. Okay. This is the first day these guys being out here practicing as a team in, months. So it's going to be some rust. All right. Dante Thornton, he looks good. He's catching the ball well. He looks confident just in what we've seen so far. But, there's a lot of people who are just going to be learning several things. Okay. These transfer guys, they're coming in. This is one right here, Chris Brazzell, who's going to be an absolute and total stud. He's a beast. See him drop that pass right there, okay? Again, a coach is giving him a good look. But the biggest thing to focus on is, are we continuing to get better throughout spring practice? We've got 15 practices. We've got one day down. Ethan Davis, he's looking good. He looks like a SEC tight end right there. He looks like a NFL tight end right there. I can't wait to see what he does once those pads come on. But we're out here just running around, okay? Again, guys are just more or less learning how we practice, all right? Getting back acclimated to practicing as a team. And like I said, the rust will be there, but it will, okay, or at least we are hoping that it's going to go away over the next few days. And I would say by, towards the end of the week, the team is going to look a lot crisper than where they look at right now. And I'll tell you, man, if this is our floor, this is close to what the ceiling was last season. So we're definitely getting better. We're getting a lot more athletic. Okay, look at that right there, man. Khalifa Keith looks big. He looks thick. Cam Seldon does too. Deshaun Bishop is another running back that looked really good. They was working on handoffs right there. Now, this is big Gage Ginther. He looks really good, just physically, okay? He already looks as big. That's Lance Hurd right there, number 53. He looks almost as big as Lance Hurd. Obviously, he's not as thick, but he's almost as tall. Aiden Bustle over here to the left, that's a guy, man, he looks the part for sure. One of his problems, I think, last season was that he wasn't as big, but he definitely has gained the weight. Now, Shamrod Umarov, who's back there to the right, obviously, we're looking at Lance Hurd right now, but Sham, I think he has to continue to gain some weight. He may be a little, I don't know how much he weighs, maybe right at 300 pounds, but I think that he does need to gain just a little bit more weight, and we'll see how that kind of goes throughout the course of the offseason. Big Dang Davis actually looks bigger than Lance Hurd, and Lance Hurd is listed at 6'6", 330, something like that. And Coach Heupel, spoke about him, man. You gotta love his hand placement, you gotta love his footwork and that burst. Now, he wasn't going full speed right there, but you can just tell how much of a dog he is. The offensive line took a big step forward, and we've got Big Sham and we've got Gage Ginther going right there, and then in the back we've got Jesse Perry, who also looks very well put together physically. But we just have to continue to get better. And, I think that we've got a lot of very good pieces. I'm just so excited to see these guys put those pads on. Now, in this drill, okay, I don't know if it kind of looks like Gage Ginther is playing at right tackle, I guess that would be left tackle. And it looks like Sham is playing at left guard. Now, for the sake of this drill, I don't know if these positions are necessarily where they're going to be playing at, but that's interesting to note. Now, this is our new running backs coach, Darrell Sims, poking at the ball, okay? Running backs have to stay low going through those holes, and they've got to make sure that they have great ball security. So he showed a whole lot of energy out there today in all the clips that I saw, and that's something that we kind of figured coming into this thing, right? We knew he was going to bring the energy to our volunteers, and, you see him coaching them up, okay? I love what he's going to be bringing. I think that the running back room may take another step forward just off of the little fundamental things from what Coach Darrell Sims will be bringing to the table. And that's very exciting, obviously. And we just look good out there. You know what I mean? Just seeing everyone right here. Number 23, Boo Carter. This is another one that looks really good. Now, I think he's working with the safeties in this drill. That's Andre Turntime going. And, that's a nice little drill right there. It's just a back pedal, turn 180. And then, it's a back pedal. You kind of go, I would say about 3/4 speed, then you throttle it down, and then you turn all the way around, and then you catch the football. We just saw Kobe Thomas go. I think he's going to be a stud. Now, as I've been kind of going through this, okay, so now this is Christian Harrison, number one, and he's been moved to safety. He's kind of played everywhere in our secondary, but his father, also played in the NFL for a long time with the Patriots at safety. So safety may be a move that could fit him better. That's Idris Farouk dropping a couple passes. We will get better at all this stuff, guys. Like I keep on telling y'all, just so don't worry about some of the small minor details of guys dropping passes. If they don't look as crisp as we would expect or, want for them to, it's just the first day. But Kobe Thomas, man, that right there was a beautiful transition. I'm really excited about what he's going to be bringing to this secondary. And obviously, we still got John Sauter, man. Boo Carter looks very explosive. He's got great feet. He's got great hips. He's got great hands. He has a really good chance to play. And I didn't know if he could play safety. We haven't put those pads on yet. We'll see how physical he can be, on an SEC level. But as far as just coverage, I think he's going to be just fine. Now, Jordan Thomas, probably going to be playing star for us. We don't know, will he move around to safety? I like him probably as the starter, okay, at the star position. And right here, we're doing a little, form tackling, wrap and roll, get a roll, whatever you want to call it. Secondary guys have got to be really good at this, but really every single player on defense that plays out in space, you got to be able to get low, wrap the, ball carrier's legs and roll. That's the quickest way to get them down. So you want to see guys really taking this serious, okay? Like you want to see them doing it with some emphasis, with some force, with some burst, all right, with some pop. And it looks like we've got that. I'm very excited about what this team is going to be looking like, y'all. I'm telling you, we've got a lot, especially right here with this group, the defensive line, probably the deepest group on this team. A lot of people have been talking about it. And I'm telling you, look at how thick and look at how physical and how explosive everyone looks. Tyree Weathersby, I got him as plug and play right there at the strong side defensive end. Caleb Herring, who just got up on campus here recently. He didn't go through winter workouts with us, if I'm not mistaken, but expecting something big from him as well. Donald Palmer, who's a JUCO guy. I don't know if he's a preferred walk-on, but, I like what I just saw from him just as far as footwork goes. And there's that man, James Pierce, expecting for him to more than likely be, the leader in sacks this season. He's probably going to go off to the NFL and be the #1 pass rusher pick. This is our new linebackers coach, William Ames. Number 47 is Edwin Spillman. He's also just getting on campus, but he looks good. If y'all think back to last season, Arion Carter was wearing that 47 in spring practice, and he impressed a lot. So I think that they gave that number to Edwin Spillman intentionally because they see a lot from him. Potentially, maybe being a guy that could step up and help us out, close to the same way that Arion did this past season. Now, our linebacker room is a lot deeper this year, so Edwin Spillman may not get as many reps and opportunities as Arion did, but I think that he could end up being a very similar type of a player. But all in all, y'all, I love what I saw. Very excited for day one. And, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens on day 2. Will we continue to get better? I believe that we will. But biggest takeaways for me is that we physically look the part. We look physically better already. The floor is almost at what the ceiling was last season in spring. So we can expect the same thing heading into the 2024 season. A whole lot to be excited about. We're going to keep y'all covered though on this channel. Thank you as always for tuning in. Please make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share with the friends, family, and other volunteer fans. We'll see y'all on the next one. Thanks. Peace.